Hey Aquas, I'm Island Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be your monthly general messages for Aquarius. Sorry, Clyde's distracting me. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There's a part two over on Patreon. You can also find it on Vimeo. And I already feel like I'm lagging a little bit. YouTube keeps changing things, and so they actually like preset the orientation now, like whether it's landscape or whatever. It's like I think just to try to get people to do like shorts and stuff like that. Anyway. Hi, whatever, I'm here. Keep in mind, these are timeless and general. Whenever you come across this is probably when you're guided to be here to watch this, essentially. Aqua, before we go ahead and get started, a few things that I was picking up on with you. Very, very magical energy and kind of like giddy. I was getting a lot of like giddy energy, like you may even have like the giggles a lot. They're also showing me like light blue to dark blue sort of energy. So there might be a lot of stuff going on between your throat and your third eye. You may even just be like literally laughing out loud, that whole throat chakra energy with another person or even amongst yourself. They also show me the rose. Clyde is like a lot right now. Hold on a second. You okay? Just sleep. Just relax. Yeah, everything's okay. Okay. Sorry. I don't know. There could be something going on with you a lot too. Like there just could be a lot of energy. Some of you, this like giddy energy, this very magical energy could literally be about your own personal magic for my mystics out there. But for the most part, it feels effervescent. Thank you. That's the word that just came through. There's like an effervescent energy about you, a light, sparkly kind of energy about you. But they did also show me the rose. You could be working with the rose a lot. You could, hold on. Oh my God. Clyde. Clyde, hold on. I'm so sorry, Aquas. Clyde, get over here. What's up? What's up, buddy? What's going on? Why are you so cray-cray right now, huh? What's up? You okay? Sorry, Aquas. The rose, though, the teachings of the rose, that's very heart-centered. You could be going through that right now as well. And that could also explain, too, why you're very, like, giddy and feeling very light and sparkly and magical. Some of you, there's a really strong sensual, sexual energy about you, too. But that kind of goes hand in hand with being playful, right? So some of you guys could just be, like, riding that spectrum of energy of either being, like, feeling light and magical and like giddy like inner child, or even all the way up into feeling sensual in your playfulness, maybe even in your feminine, right, sort of energy. So that could just be something coming up for you. I don't know what is going on. He only started acting like this when I started recording your reading. So yeah, something to pay attention to. Anyway, Aquas, let's go ahead and get started. So there's a couple decks I want to work with you. Spell casting for sure, and Dreams of Gaia. Are we doing Dreams of Gaia first? No, we're doing spell casting first. Okay. And like I said, there's a part two. If this resonates with you when you want to go deeper. I tend to work from the macro to the micro, meaning I tend to get these very like big, broad sort of energies, and then I kind of like come down into like the physical reality and try to see how all of this be manifesting for you in your daily life, sort of a deal. Okay. I am not strictly a romance reader, but you know, romance is also part of life, so sometimes that does come up. Any messages or insights for Aquarius? Yeah, I just keep getting magical. Magical, effervescent. Like, I'd be shocked if people, like, weren't noticing this about you. Like, if people were saying, like, you look very bright today. Or if people literally were seeing little, like, sparkly lights around you, or orbs even. Aquarius. Any messages or insights for Aquarius? Yeah, and the colors that keep coming through are like light blue to dark blue. A little bit of pink too. Actually, it just got brought to my attention. A little bit of pink. Any messages or insights for Aquarius? It's mystical. That's a better word. It's very like mystical, your energy right now. But in a very light, very bright, very out there sort of a way. Exposed. I think exposed is a good word for it. Exposed. It's just very obvious and very clear. So the first card to come out is Spirit Guide. You could be communicating a lot with your spirit team or even with different dimensional versions of yourself, which most people use the term higher self. I like to use the term 444 on the camera. I like to use the term different dimensional versions of self, right? So maybe even ones that are like hanging out in lower dimensions even, like, you don't understand what I'm saying? Where it's like, maybe you're up in like 90 right? And you're talking to your 5D self. Like that's kind of what I'm getting at. But anyway, spirit guide. This card also comes out when the spiritual aspect of our lives is very much highlighted at this time. But it's funny too. I'm noticing the colors. The light blue, the dark blue, the pinks. I was getting a lot more like of the light blue and the pink with you than like such that darkness that they have on this card, but literally the colors I was seeing with you. Again, something very like magical, almost cosmic going on with your energy right now. Hold on. I put on too much chapstick, sorry. Aquarius. So whales and dolphins have been coming up for the collective as well, and they're bringing up the rose along with that. There's some, you could be working with Lemurian codes. Music could be really important for you right now, or you could just be really like into music or really needing music, like I need my music fixed today kind of a vibe. You could be getting messages through music. You understand what I'm saying? It's like frequencies. Frequencies are huge for my aquas right now. Whales and dolphins and the rose coming up screams the heart to me. To me, that screams the heart and the throat chakra. Ooh. Reconciliation with career. Okay, Aqua. Career is pretty specific. Career is literally how we make money, right? How we make money, or what our vocation is, right? Because sometimes our vocations don't actually earn us any money, right? It can even just be wanting to be of public service. It feels like you've come to terms with something. Being in this new energy, this light, effervescent, sparkly, glittery, potentially playful, like inner child, on the spectrum of like inner child to even like very sensual feminine is what I keep getting with you guys. There's something about that energy that is helping you, thank you, helping you, aiding you come to terms with your path, specifically your financial life and how you earn a living. And again, vocation is the word that wants to come through for that. So again, even if the way you make your living is not even providing money, really, it's like there's something more fulfilling about it. Yeah, thank you. You're seeing how to experience more fulfillment when it comes to your financial life, how you earn your money, or again, what you feel your purpose is, what you actually want to do as a career even. It almost feels like you're making up with your career. It's almost how it feels. Like you're making up you're going through like a makeup with your with the work sector of your life. Any other messages or insights for Aquarius? On the bottom, very nice, compassion. Getting deeper into your heart space and getting into this very like internal, magical, effervescent sense of self. It feels very light, Aqua. I can't get away from that feeling. It feels very, very light. Is putting you in this place to have an expanded heart. Some of you guys could also have your higher heart chakra opening or getting activated at this time. And again, I keep getting, it's like, it's allowing you to repair or like make friends again with your relationship with money or what you do for a living, especially as relates to feeling more fulfilled. It's really nice. It's really nice, Aqua. And some of you, this could even indicate some sort of career change, but I feel like it's making up and making friends and repairing what you're already doing and just doing it differently or changing your relationship with it. That's honestly how it's feeling to me. But if you are changing careers, it could be that you are moving into more of like a public service, while underneath compassion, we do have commitment. Yeah, it's about repairing your relationship no matter what changes are going on in your career sector. All right, let's go ahead and move to drinks of... I put way too much chapstick. Hold on. It's like glomming onto my lips. It's like distracting. Let's move on to drinks of Gaia before we get into part 2. All the decks that I use are linked below, by the way. Any messages or insights? I keep getting music. Any messages or insights for Aquarius? Some of you might want to incorporate music into your career, and others of you, it's just like your love of music or an affinity for music or some sort of assistance or healing with music is important for you to be getting in this very like light, effervescent sense of self, okay? The music just feels very important right now for you. And it's important for the collective too. I've been saying this for a while, that we're ascending through sound, right? Ooh, come on, come on. And it's funny, after I said that, the cards didn't want to shuffle so much. Any messages or insights for... Okay, come on. They're like, don't talk bad about us. I'm not talking bad about you. Any messages or insights for Aquarius? The wolf may be important for you at this time. The wolf just came up out of nowhere. Wow. Excuse me. Woo! Something with the wolf and the throat chakra for some of you. Again, this could also relate to the whole musical thing going on for you right now. Wolves are pack animals to me. My words, sorry. Let me slow it down. It's funny because there is some third chakra stuff going on with this wolf message. There are a lot of different meanings behind spirit animals from different cultures. So it really comes down to what that animal is for you. So I'm going to tell you how I feel about the wolf and what I'm feeling, especially as it relates to this throat chakra energy. But by all means, whatever the wolf is to you, run with that first and foremost, okay? A couple things come through when I get wolf or I tap into wolf energy. It's like pack is huge, tribe is huge. What your role is in a pack, what your role is in the community. I just heard for the community and I got drawn to the compassion card. For the community. Aquas, you guys tend to be for the community anyway because you're the 11th house. That tends to be what you're about. So that could be something coming up for you and remembering how important that is for you. Making up with community, making up with your relationship with community, repairing your relationship with your community, and love and affinity for community or wanting to help within community. But again, that means taking on the role within community that is for you, right? That feels good to you. So that's definitely one. I also view the wolf as like a student teacher energy, like literally taking your life experiences and then utilizing those tools, and then you get wisdom, right? That's how knowledge becomes wisdom. I feel like it's way more the former though. I do. I feel like it's way more the former. I feel like it's way more about community and tribe and your role in community and tribe. And there's something with the throat chakra there, which tells me that it's coming down to truth, right? Whatever your own truth when it comes to your relationship with community, repairing that, and maybe even needing to speak on that. Speaking and or music may be important for you taking on this role. Okay, just the top. 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Earth coming out here. The 10 of Earth is a beautiful card for you to get for this deck because, for this read. Words are hard right now because the 10 of Earth kind of is that jackpot energy. It's reaching this pinnacle of abundance of a rich life, a life full of nourishment, a life full of stability and security. In all of what's going on too, you're getting much more in tune with what you actually want that to look like. When it comes to your finances, your health, the environment that you're living in, what you do for a living, again, like the physical ways we are taken care of in this life, you're realizing what you want those things to look like or consist of. Getting very real with yourself because you're also getting very much in your in this very magical light place. It feels almost like you're in a very clean place energetically within yourself. And so it's also allowing other things to be clear for you, including your long-term path. The 10 of Earth speaks of legacy. It's talking about decades, right? Literally decades or generations of stability and wealth and health and all those things. And so you're just seeing that much more clearly for yourself. And since you're seeing it more clearly, you can take proper action in repairing your relationship with these things. It also feels too like for some of you Aquas, you're going through this repairing your relationship with the physical plane, even in a way of the physical reality. I think that's much more for my mystics. Maybe even your own body. For some of you, this is purely about health. Yeah, for some of you, this is purely about health. Any messages or insights from my Aquas? You gotta take, sorry, I'm like getting messages and then I'm like hearing you guys and feeling you guys. Some of you guys, I can tell you're feeling a little lost in the message. Not all of these things that I'm channeling are for everyone. You got to understand how this applies to you. You have to discern for yourself how this applies to you. And if this message is for you, you will feel it, you will know it. Okay, so like I said, for some it's through health, some it's through money, some it's through career, but either way, you are looking at the long term of what it is you want to experience in your physical reality. And it's getting clearer because you're getting clear in your own energy and in your emotions and in your own heart space and with your own soul and spirit. Okay, now we have the Sage. The Sage is like, oh, there's a wolf. And there's a wolf and a little owl. I know the owl's kind of standing out to me. The Sage is the Hermit. This feels like internal work to me. Yeah, it does. It feels like the internal work Just like literally being represented as this, as the sage, as the hermit, Virgo energy. This is where you're making peace with these kinds of relationships. Again, relationship with the physical plane, relationship with your own body, relationship with health, relationship with career, relationship with money, relationship with self. It's all happening within. It's all happening within. If any of you have been struggling to go within to do this kind of work and to make peace with this, it's time. It's time to really prioritize that. And it could potentially become easier at this time as well when you come across this read. Hold on, something else wants to come through. This will help you get in that light, effervescent energy. It almost feels like before you get in this energy, yeah, it's like it almost has this feeling of being fragmented, scattered. Thank you. Yeah, scattered. It almost has this feeling of being scattered, or like things are murky or muddy or unclear, maybe even like some fatigue as well. Not very grounded before going into this hermit energy to repair this within yourself. Okay, and then doing that work, coming out of it, feels like you're getting into that like light, effervescent, magical, playful, joyful sort of an energy. All right, what else wants to come out here? Taking that? Yeah, okay. Nice. There's also something about image, which makes sense to me. Actually, the day I'm recording, the moon is in Aquarius and is opposing some Leo stuff, including Venus. And Venus Leo is also teaching us these lessons too, along with all this Aries energy of Chiron and Aries. Oh, my neck just got really tight. Oh, image. I just got really strong image. Repairing your relationship with image. Self-image, self-worth for some of you, but image. I could also tie into health for some of you, like wanting to have your physical appearance reflect who you feel you are. My guides are funny. Working and repairing that relationships with all these things, what precedes that is your relationship with self. Right? And getting into this deeper place of sense of self, it'll be easier to physically, right, be seen, right, in a way that reflects who you are. Anyway, moving on. Any other messages or insights for Aquarius? Very nice. Wow, a lot of cards. Hold on a second. Oh, you want to be over there. Yep, getting honest, getting real. Okay. So 3 cards just came out. Well, yeah, another one, but I'll show you guys in a second. We have the 9 of Fire, 9 of Wands, the masculine, feminine card. It's kind of like the Page of Wands, but obviously this speaks to the balance of both of those energies. And then we have the Youth. There's a really nice surgence of magic and energy. So what I was saying, right? It's like playful, literally Youth and the Page of Wands, right? It's like, and another wolf. Just saying, just pointing that out. Excuse me. This like surgence of effervescence. Effervescence is youth, right? It is. It's literally bright, youthful, light-hearted sort of energy coming out here. But the 9 of Wands indicates that it's not just all like soft and fluffy, that there is some oomph to it. There's passion, there's determination, there's drive. And then the Page of Wands in this deck, like I said, is masculine, feminine. So it speaks to the balance here. There's something that you are getting ready for. Like going within, repairing relationship with self, and then repairing your relationship with all these other things as it relates to the physical plane, your personal health, your relationship with your body. Again, these might not apply to all of you. Discern for yourself. But money, relationship with the body, with your physical health, relationship with the physical reality. For some of my mystics, like having to be in a body in the first place and having to experience physical reality. Y'all know who you are. You're able to see now long term what you really want to experience in your body, with the relationship with money, with your material plane, and with your career, and what it is you actually want to do that is fulfilling for you in your physical reality experiences, right? And then coming to terms with that, you're in this light energy, you're in this effervescence, and then it's like something within you just gets lit up and just ready to fucking make it happen. Excuse my language, just ready to make it happen. And that's coming out with the career card. Okay. the Hermit energy, the Sage, was coming out with reconciliation. So reconciling all of these things within yourself. And Spirit Guide was coming out with the Ten of Earth. Right, so being able to see your path long term. And then the last card that came out landed on the Ten of Earth, and it is another page. The Page of Wands, emotion and intellect. This is part also, I feel, of this reconciliation that's going on within the self. It feels like you are trying to balance your mind and your heart by actually getting in your heart a little bit more and getting out of the head. You are Aquarius. You are technically the water bearer. You are the master of air. But sometimes when your energy becomes scattered, which it feels like it has been before you go within to reconcile that imbalance, when Aquarian energy becomes scattered or ungrounded, it just can become very mental and almost too rational, to where it's like, where's the compassion? Where's the empathy? Where's the emotion? Where's the humanity? Where's the human part of you? This is bringing that back into alignment. So yeah, Aquas, it feels like, just to really reiterate all of this, because I know I've been saying a lot. Before all of this, and you could have already done this already. You could already be here. This is definitely where you're landing as far as this reading is concerned for whoever's resonating. But before all of this, it feels like your energy potentially has been a little scattered, a little ungrounded, maybe really up in the head, right? And things have been kind of murky, kind of muddy, kind of unclear. A lot of the collectives been going through that energy too, because we had this like really murky wave of like dark energy when Lionsgate happened. And some people are still climbing their way out of it. Some people have already done so already. But it's very clear to me that you are rebalancing yourself. And in doing so, you are literally, they keep saying it's like you're making friends again with yourself, with your path, what it is you really want, right? And you're able to see things clearer as far as what you want to physically, they keep emphasizing that, what you physically want to experience, what you physically want to experience as far as being taken care of physically. Your body, your health, some of you self-image is tied into that, and then even for a smaller group of you, a little bit of self-worth is tied into that. You can thank all the Leo energy for that. Some of you it's purely money, some of you it's purely career, and you want to feel more fulfilled within your career or how you're earning money. Again, your sense of purpose and fulfillment. For some, you can even say mission. That's also partly here too, but you're being very honest about it. You're seeing it very clearly and doing it from a very balanced point of view, where you aren't ignoring your heart. In fact, I feel like a lot of your heart is really opening right now, and you're really dropping into it, and you're balancing that with rationale. That's like the highly evolved Aquarian gift, right? You do that, you get in this like light energy. It's very sparkly, it's very young, it's very effervescent, and for some I can even feel a little bit of like feminine sensuality and sexuality coming through. But it feels like something within you is like ready to go. Like, okay, I'm ready to make this happen. I'm ready to make the long dream a reality, because I'm recalibrated and I know what I want to actually experience now. Whew, overall, hold on. What happiness and peace are really about. Thank you. So then overall, we have the Nine of Water. This is the minor to the major star card, which means this is the minor arcana for you, as far as I'm concerned, is how that just came through. This card does speak of enlightenment, very much like the star card does. I mean, you can even see it's very Aquarian in all those blues, but her heart is lit up, her third eye is on, and she is bathed in all that white light. This card speaks of purpose and fulfillment, which, like I said, is a huge part of your reading here, to have more of that in your physical reality experience, and to not feel like you have to sacrifice any of that or get ungrounded or scattered, or like, again, not be true to yourself, right? Aquas, you're all about being true to yourself. But something else is coming through. What true happiness and peace really are, and are you willing to make any sacrifices to actually achieve that? And at the end of the day, are they really sacrifices if you're achieving happiness and joy and peace and all that goodiness? Probably not really a loss, right? Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into part two. A lot of big messages for my aquas here. Curious too as to how other people play a role into this, because I just got that vibe. Because there's a lot about community too that was kind of underlying some of this. I mean, this is clearly your process, right? Clearly. But the Ten of Earth does speak on how our physical reality and how we're taken care of in having a rich life, right? Also involves other people. The wolf, I keep getting it as a symbol of community and tribe and your role in it. It's funny too, because look at the similarities between the youth and the sage. For some of you, there's also this implication. Yeah, you'll know this is for God. It's 25 minutes already, just flowing today. There's also this implication for some of you of closing a cycle, opening a new one. Like the sage is wizened, he's old, he's been around for a long time, and look at the youth, right? You're moving from the sage to youth, almost like you are learning some lessons here, cementing some lessons, kind of like the world card, to come out into this renewed sense of self, into a new cycle. So some of you could be perceiving that you've been going through a bit of like death to birth sort of a experience in your life currently. But I feel like it's just representing the journey you've been walking and what you've learned to this point, and now it's time to almost refresh, right, and get into a new path here, a new journey with a new set of eyes, is how it feels to me. But let's go into part 2, because I could just keep going. If this is where we depart, Aqua, I hope you really enjoyed this reading. I definitely would work with the wolf. If the wolf calls to you, I would totally work with the wolf. I just realized the rose. He's holding a rose. I just realized he's holding a rose. Okay, so what I'm seeing as far as like signs or synchronicities, that things that you may potentially want to work with, a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire and earth. A lot of fire and earth, and then you have some of that water component of going within, right? But I see a lot of third eye energy. I do see a lot of heart energy. Almost all the third eyes are like lit in all these cards. Roses, wolves, owls. Oh, I do see dragons in the pages. I see the dragons. A lot of trees too. Some of you guys could talk to trees, but so that's what I'm seeing. But let's go ahead and get into part 2, and I will see you guys later. Bye, Aquas.